Welcome to CVR English. This is Naresh Kumar. Let's watch the world news. China has officially opened the Grand Canyon Bridge, the traffic in southern Guizhou province, marking a new milestone in global infrastructure. Soaring 625 meters above the canyon floor, the bridge is now recognized as the highest in the world from ground level. Before its inauguration, recorded footage showcased the bridge's breathtaking scale, suspended above a vast gorge and river. The structure not only symbolizes engineering excellence but also promises to transform regional connectivity by drastically reducing travel time across the mountainous terrain with its sleek design and strategic importance. The Hojang Grand Canyon Bridge stands as a testament to China's continued push to conquer challenging landscapes and to redefine the limits of modern construction. Struck Grand Blanc Township, Michigan, when a shooter opened fire at his Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, killing one person and injuring several others. Emergency vehicles rushed to the scene as authorities confirmed that the church building was also set ablaze during the attack. The motive behind the violence remains unclear, and investigators are working to determine whether the fire was linked to the shooting. The incident has shocked the local community, prompting increased security and a call for unity. Officials are urging residents to remain calm as they continue their investigation. The church, a place of worship and peace, was left scattered by violence and grief. Another tense evening unfolded in Peru's capital, Lima, as crowds rallied for anti-government protests spearheaded by the youth-driven Generation Z collective. The demonstration reflects a broader wave of unrest that has gripped the country for months, fueled by rising organized crime, extortion cases, and deepening public frustration. Young protesters, many waving banners and chanting slogans, voiced their anger at what they see as a corrupt political system. Recent opinion polls indicate a widespread distrust toward the government and a conservative majority Congress, with many citizens demanding transparency, reform, and accountability. The protests have become a powerful symbol of generational resistance as Peru's youth take center stage in challenging the status quo and demanding a better future.
Los de acá también van a ir a Plaza San Martín. Pero en su gran... Plaza San Martín. Los de acá también van a ir a Plaza San Martín. Pero en su gran...
Pobre igual que yo, policía, pobres. Y luego todos que son pobres. No de moral.
Around 150 demonstrators gathered in Paris to advocate for abortion rights on the International Day for Defense of Abortion. The protest, organized by the feminist and human rights groups, aimed to highlight the importance of reproductive freedom and access to safe abortion services. Participants held banners, chanted slogans, and called for stronger protections amid growing global debates on reproductive health. The rally comes as a part of a movement across Europe and beyond, where activists are pushing back against restrictive policies and emphasizing bodily autonomy. In France, abortion is illegal, but campaigners continue to fight for expanded access and awareness, especially for marginalized communities.
Solidarité avec les femmes du monde entier. Il en faut pour les plannings familiaux. Et de l'argent, on le prendra.
Avec ou sans papier.
British police arrested several pro-Palestinian demonstrators in Liverpool, northwest England, where the ruling Labour Party is currently holding its annual conference. The protest, marked by chants and banners, saw many participants expressing support for Palestine Action, a campaign group that was officially proscribed as a terrorist organisation by the UK government earlier this year. The demonstration unfolded near the conference venue, drawing attention to growing tensions over Britain's foreign policy and its stance on the Israel-Palestine conflict. Authorities cited public safety concerns and enforcement of anti-terror legislation as reasons for the arrests.
I'm supporting the Israeli government.
Your arrest is necessary. Just stay your name and address, allow for a proper investigation,
The Bahamas, bringing the threat of intense rainfall and dangerous flash flooding. Portions of the Bahamas have been placed under a tropical storm warning as the system moves through the region, prompting emergency preparations and heightened alerts. Meteorologists warned that Imelda could dump several inches of rain, especially in low-lying and coastal areas, increasing the risk of landslides and waterlogging. Local authorities are urging residents to stay indoors, security property, and follow evacuation orders if issued. The storm's trajectory remains under close watch, with forecasts suggesting continued impact over the next 48 hours. Relief teams are on standby as communities brace for severe weather. Vietnam undertook mass evacuations across its central and northern provinces as Typhoon Bulai surged toward the country with unexpected speed. Authorities moved thousands of residents to safe areas, bracing for the storm's impact with arrival earlier than forecast in the early hours. Bulai brought intense winds and heavy rainfall, triggering fears of flash floods and landslides in vulnerable regions. Emergency teams were deployed to assist with the evacuations and reinforce infrastructure, while school and transport services were temporarily suspended. The government urged citizens to remain indoors and to follow safety advisories. As the storm continues to move inland, officials are closely monitoring its path and preparing for potential damage in already flood-prone zones.
Tỉnh Quảng Trị, ngoài sử dụng tàu chuyên dụng, còn phải kết hợp với tàu nhỏ của ngư dân để tiếp cận, dùng dây buộc vào thân tàu. Từ từ, đường tỉnh Quảng Trị đã chỉ đạo các ngành chức năng tiếp tục tìm kiếm 2 ngư dân còn mất tích.
Khiến một ngôi trường và gần 80 ngôi nhà bị tốc mái. Các lực lượng chức năng nhanh chóng hỗ trợ người dân khắc phục thiệt hại. Việc kêu gọi tàu thuyền vào tránh trú bão giúp nhân dân chằng chống nhà cửa.
Các lực lượng chức năng cũng ứng trực 100% quân số, sẵn sàng cứu hộ, cứu nạn. Đến cuối chiều nay, toàn tỉnh Nghệ An khoảng 600 hộ dân sống tại khu vực xung yếu của phường Cửa Lò đã được sơ tán đến nơi an toàn.
Ùn tắc và lúc này thì các cơ quan chức năng đang tập trung để có thể giải phóng hàng chục kiosk. Nghiêm trọng nhất là khu sóng đánh đứt dây gây hư hỏng và 30 hectare rau màu bị ngập, chưa đánh giá được thiệt hại. Tốc mái một số nhà dân, cuộc ảnh hưởng đến giao thông, điện và viễn thông để đảm bảo an toàn giao thông.
Cấp 9, cấp 10 nhưng giật đến cấp 12 về các thiệt hại này. Thông tin chúng tôi vừa nhận được báo động 3.
Tỉnh Quảng Trị, ngoài sử dụng tàu chuyên dụng, còn phải kết hợp với tàu nhỏ của ngư dân để tiếp cận, dùng dây buộc vào thân tàu. Từ từ, đường tỉnh Quảng Trị đã chỉ đạo các ngành chức năng tiếp tục tìm kiếm 2 ngư dân còn mất tích.
Khiến một ngôi trường và gần 80 ngôi nhà bị tốc mái. Các lực lượng chức năng nhanh chóng hỗ trợ người dân khắc phục thiệt hại. Việc kêu gọi tàu thuyền vào tránh trú bão giúp nhân dân chằng chống nhà cửa.
In a bold act of protest, Israeli activists unveiled striking visual display featuring portraits of U.S. President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu with exaggerated, elongated noses. The installation, accompanied by the caption, "Don't be fooled again," was designed to challenge public trust in the two leaders and highlight to concerns over political deception. As Typhoon Bulai barrels towards Vietnam, Pope Leo has extended heartfelt prayers for all those affected across Asia. In a message delivered from the Vatican, the Pontiff expressed deep concern for the safety and well-being of communities in the storm's path, particularly in Vietnam, where a yearly landfall has prompted mass evacuations. He called on the global Catholic community to unite in compassion and solidarity, urging swift humanitarian support and protection for vulnerable populations. The Pope's words come as emergency teams brace for heavy rainfall, flash floods, and potential landslides. His spiritual outreach underscores the Church's commitment to standing with those facing natural disasters and hardship.
Regione di Guangdong in Vietnam. Sono vicino alle popolazioni colpite, specialmente le più povere, e prego per le vittime, i dispersi, le numerose famiglie sfollate, le moltissime persone che hanno subito disagi, e anche per i soccorritori e le autorità civili. Et Spiritus Sanctus. In questi giorni un tifone di eccezionale forza si è abbattuto su diversi territori asiatici, in particolare le Filippine, l'isola di Taiwan, la città di Hong Kong, la regione di Guangdong in Vietnam. Sono vicino alle popolazioni colpite, specialmente le più povere, e prego per le vittime, i dispersi, le numerose famiglie sfollate, le moltissime persone che hanno subito disagi, e anche per i soccorritori e le autorità civili. Et Spiritus Sanctus.
The Georgia Health Ministry reports that the death toll has climbed to 66,005, with an additional 168,162 wounded since the outbreak of hostilities following Hamas attack on October 7, 2023. The figures reflect the staggering human cost of nearly a year of conflict, marked by relentless airstrikes, ground operations, and widespread devastation. Hospitals and emergency services remain overwhelmed with the limited access to medical supplies and humanitarian aid. International organizations continue to call for ceasefires and urgent relief efforts, as the region faces one of its most severe humanitarian crises. In recent history, the situation remains volatile, with the diplomatic efforts ongoing but little sign of resolution. Fresh sanctions have been imposed on Iran, once again phrasing its overseas assets, halting arms transactions with Tehran, and penalizing any advancement of its ballistic missile program. These measures are part of ongoing international efforts to curb Iran's military capabilities and restrict its access to global financial systems. The sanctions aim to pressure Tehran into the compliance with the non-proliferation norms under the detail for the development of weapons that could destabilize the regional security. Officials say the renewed restrictions reflect growing concerns over Iran's missile testing and alleged support for proxy groups. The move is expected to intensify diplomatic tensions while Iran continues to assert its right to self-defense and technological progress.
جمهوری اسلامی ایران اجرای اسنپبک و بازگشت قطعنامه‌های تحریمی را غیر قانونی می‌داند و با توجه به اینکه روسیه و چین به عنوان دو کشور دائم شورای امنیت در بیانیه رسمی و در مواضع علنی بر این امر تصریح کرده‌اند، هیچ کشوری الزامی به رعایت آنها ندارد. در همین راستا ایران نیز خود را ملزم به رعایت این قطعنامه‌های غیرقانونی از جمله تعلیق غنیسازی نمی‌داند. اعلام می‌کنیم در صورتی که کشوری بخواهد بر اساس این قطعنامه‌های غیرقانونی اقدامی علیه ایران انجام دهد، با اقدام متقابل و جدی ایران روبرو خواهد شد.
Following the September 28 violence in Leh Ladakh, prohibitory orders under the Section 163 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023 remain in force. The district administration has banned gatherings of 5 or more individuals. No rallies, processions or marches are permitted without prior written approval. Security forces have been deployed across key areas to maintain order and prevent further unrest. The restrictions aim to stabilize the situation and ensure public safety. Amid heightened tensions, authorities have urged residents to cooperate and avoid any activities that could disrupt peace in the region. That's the wrap up of the volumes. Keep watching CVR English News.